Hi everyone. Okay, I'm trying to get my camera together as usual. Okay, out. I told you to stop. Okay, my son is like not listening to me right now. But I've been told when you're about to have a baby, your kids start acting crazy, and that's definitely been the case for me. So firstly, I want to say that I am wearing the color Billie from my Harlem Renaissance collection. It's a nice red for Valentine's Day. Okay, so, oh yes, of course, and you can find it at glamalchemy.com/glam. Sweetheart, you want to close my door?
No.
Of course, right. Well, I don't want to hear that. Okay, so I wanted to talk about something, and then like the glare on the camera is bothering me, so I'm about to have to put my glasses up. I don't know why I even try to do this way with my glasses on, because it annoys me. Okay, so this is a brief message. I didn't want to like. Okay, hold on. Just hold on. I can't. I literally cannot deal. Either close that door or close mine. I can't. I don't know how to do that. You need to go in the living room with that, or I don't know what you want me to do. You need to. Okay. All right. So I think I got my kid under control. All right. So as you guys can see, I'm about to explode. I'm literally at the point of no return with this pregnancy. It has been real on so many levels, which is part of why I'm pretty sure the baby's gonna be a Pisces. This pregnancy is definitely taking me to the emotional depths of life. Let me show y'all my belly, because people be asking me, and I be like, child, look. So yeah, I'm like huge. I pretty much take up the whole camera. That's me. I'm big. Okay. All right. So this is my message that I wanted to deliver. Be done the first time. That's the message. Be done the first time. Myself, some of my other peers, other situations that I've observed. For whatever reason, well, let me not even say that. I'm gonna go into that. A lot of times we feel like we can change people, or that things are going to improve, or we are taking someone's word. You know, they're saying that they're going to behave or do something differently. And so we stay in situations that are not favorable for us. And this is not just romance. This can be other things as well. But we do have Valentine's Day coming up. Like I said, we got our red going. So I wanted to talk about that, because I've just seen like a recurring theme with that amongst myself, people in my peer group, and just different things I've been paying attention to and watching. And so the message, like I said, the message is leave the first time. Like I said, I've experienced this on multiple levels in my life. There are so many situations in which, and speaking primarily about romantic, although some non-romantic, where I should have just left the first time. So I'll give you guys an example. So once upon a time, I was this girl deprogramming from church and Abrahamic religion. And I really still wanted to be, very badly, I wanted to be married. Very badly. I felt like it would complete me. I felt like it was what I needed to do to be socially acceptable, and just yada, 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 yada. All right, I wanted a husband, right? You hear women talk about that all the time. I wanted that. so badly. So I started dating somebody, and that individual stated that that was what he wanted as well, right? And so we I mean, we were already attracted to each other and like seeing each other, but this person said this is what they wanted as well. And I've also been told by certain women, they be like, you don't tell him that, because then like, you know, they'll try to manipulate you. My personal opinion is I think that nobody should use information about you against you to harm you or to manipulate you. So I'm not going to take blame, right, for telling somebody my honest, truthful opinion and feelings about what I wanted in a relationship. So there's that. I know that's advice given. Women are giving so much fucking advice about love and what they should and shouldn't do. That it has started to piss me off, because as somebody who has read all the books and done all the things, some of this information be contradictory, and it gets to be a point to where it's an overload, because you done read this book, you done read that book, you done talked to this dating coach, you done talked to this person, and it's just like, it just be a lot. Anywho, yes. So I started dating this person. I told this person I wanted to get married. He said he wanted to get married too. Whatever, right? Peaches, roses, flowers, love, okay? And everything is going great, right? In the beginning, of course, like always. And then after a certain period of time happened, and there were certain stages in our relationship that happened, I kind of had to bring it back up. And I was like, yo, like, so what's up with us and the whole, like, marriage thing? You know, this is what we've been talking about for over X amount of time. What's going on? And, right, the honeymoon phase. Also known as, I call the love bombing phase. So, you know, I'm like, what's going on? So the person's like, oh, I'm overwhelmed with this. It's my job. It's, you know, I have all these things I need to get in place together for us. And we're going to get married, right? Because I even asked the person, like, are you sure you still want to do this? You know, you sure? Just to make sure. Like, I wasn't trying to force, you know, a person to do something that they wanted to do. So to make a long story short, the person was bullshitting. The person, didn't seem like but this is what they really wanted to do. I know I'm a little winded because of the baby, so just bear with me, because I'm gonna take my time. The person pretty much told me a dream, that's my opinion, and that didn't work out. However, the first time we had a conversation about it, and the time that the person basically decided they were going to stall on me, what I am learning in my process and my journey is that is your time to exit. Okay, you leave the first time. So you've been dating Andre for 3 years. Andre said he wanted to get married, right? You said you wanted to get married. You ready, your clock is ticking, whatever is the reason. Andre is dragging his feet. You have a conversation with Andre. And he's like, yeah, I still want to do it. You know, just give me a little bit of time. You have to make a decision at that point about how much time you want to give dude face before you're done. Depending on how badly you want that relationship, or you want to have a baby or whatever. Because I'm not going to tell somebody, like, I have kids. Like, as y'all see, I'm about to pop again. Like, I have kids. So, and I understand the biological urge to have children. I know that marriage is a patriarchal system set up and different things like that. However, I know you can also use marriage to build wealth. So I'm not going to judge anybody and tell anybody like, oh, you shouldn't want to get married. Oh, you shouldn't want to have kids. You should just wait and God's going to show somebody. I'm not going to do that to nobody. That's not the advice I'm going to give nobody. I'm all about you do what the hell you want to do. I think you should make sure it's coming from a healthy place and not a desperate place. Which is something that I know I've done in the past. I've done some things out of a desperate place. But that's up to you. It's between you and you. If you feel like right now is the perfect time for you to get married or for you to have a baby or for you to engage in a relationship with somebody or whatever, who am I to tell you that this is not the right time for you to do that? I am all about pleasure and receiving what it is that you want. So, yeah. So if you are 37 and you say you want a baby in the next year, then damn it, I want you to have it. Okay? So if you have made this decision, your partner is dragging his feet or whatever, his or her feet, you have a right to just be like, okay, I'm going to give him or her 6 more months. That's all I got in me. I'm going to give him or her 3 more months. That's all I got in me. Because you will start to become bitter and resentful if the person doesn't do what they said they were going to do, whether that be marriage, a baby, buying a house, getting a job, getting a car, whatever the fuck the problem, whatever the issue is. And so, leave the first time, right? That's literally my message right now, is leave the first time. So you told this person you want to have a baby. You told this person you want to get married. You told this person you want to buy a home. You told this person you want to move to Nebraska. And the first time they start dragging their feet, the first time there's an infidelity, the first time there is a physical altercation, the first time that you catch them in a lie, the first time that they do like you. So the first part of it is to have your standards, right? And this can be really strict or not so strict. I personally think the stricter the better based on the things that I've dealt with in my personal life. But your first part one is to have your standards and to not budge on them. So the first time that the person crosses those boundaries and does something to you that is unacceptable, something that you might even be embarrassed to tell another friend, like you don't even want to tell your friend that you found a girl's panties in his car. Like you don't even want to tell her. That's a sign that it's time to be done with him. Okay? Leave the first time. The first time I dealt with a person who I would consider narcissistic. I know that word is like a buzzword and everybody tired of it, but I've really dealt with it for real. Still dealing with it to some extent. The first time the person stalked me, I was much younger than a person. Thank you. It's my Billie holiday color from my Harlem Renaissance collection that can be found at glamalchemy.com/glam. Thank you. So the first time the person started stalking me and threatening me, that was my time. That was my time to leave. However, the person was much older than me, and I had self-esteem issues, and so it didn't click with me to leave. Right? I was still kind of brainwashed. So there's that. The first time somebody flaked on me about marriage and stuff, leave. Like, just be done. And I hear this all the time with women. They be like, oh, well, I left. And then he came running behind me or whatever. If you want to re-accept that person, again, that's between you and that person. Like, I'm not going to tell you what you should and shouldn't do. However, sometimes people do need to see that you're not playing with them. So that can and does work. But my point is, don't sit there. Like, don't sit there and wait for the person to change. The first time there is some fuck shit of any level where you feel disrespected, degraded, taken advantage of, you leave. And I'm gonna tell you right now, this is probably why I'm not married. Okay, I'm gonna tell you that from my personal, because I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't give a fuck. You have one time. Have I given people 2 and 3 and 4 times? I have. But eventually, I did. There are some people who will stay with somebody for years, decades, multiple incidences of things happening, and they never leave. Whatever. Like I said, I've given people second, third, fourth, and fifth, and sixth chances. And what I have learned, this is my personal message, okay, that I'm giving. If this is hitting for you, good. If it's not, then whatever. But what I have learned is motherfuckers don't be changing like that, okay? They really don't. They really, really don't. And when somebody shows you who they are, shout out to Maya Angelou, believe them. Like, that's what is the dumb part about giving them multiple chances, because you're just wasting your time. Like, it's just extremely dumb. That's where wasting the time, it just be goofy. I mean, giving the second chances, it just be goofy. It just be goofy. And you just be wasting a lot of energy and time and missing out on other great people that you could be meeting, doing other great activities you could be doing. Because this person has already showed you who they are. They already gave you an STD. They already done put you through 20 years of waiting for a ring. They done already had a baby on you. They done already got you pregnant and don't want to get up in the middle of the night and help you with bottles. You done already seen it. You seen it with your own eyes. So there's no reason, right, to give another chance. And I'm telling you that from personal experience. There is no reason to give anybody a second or third chance. Do I believe that somebody can come back and be like, look, I messed up. I'm going to do better. I do believe that's possible. Somebody can really do some serious self-reflection and really think that they're wrong for something and atone for their behavior and fix it. That's totally, totally possible. I'm just saying that that's not usually what happens. I'm just saying that usually they keep doing the same shit they was doing before. So that's my Venus and Pisces message. Pre-Valentine's Day message. Leave the first time. Like, the first time somebody told me, I don't really do Valentine's Day like that. I mean, I really don't. That's not really my style. Like, that was my, because of how romantic I am. Yeah, that's the thing too, Sharon, exactly. It always gets worse. So, like, you literally, you're just seeing a little glimpse of how ashy it's about to really get. So, like, the first time somebody did me like that, I was just like, oh, maybe he didn't really mean it. Just delusional. Maybe he didn't really mean it, whatever. And I kept dealing with the person, and then they did something. I didn't even ask, but they ended up doing something for Valentine's Day anyway. But it was very, like, basic. I expected more. But again, this person had already told me, I don't really do Valentine's Day. Then we're not compatible. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not compatible. And that's okay. Because there's certain women who don't like that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody who will just settle for that because they just want to say they have a boyfriend. I don't know. But yes, this is my pre-Valentine's Day message. Just be done the first time. Just be done the first time. There is really, we be giving people chances for no reason. Just be done with it. Just be done with it. Because somebody who truly values you and loves you and cares about you and wants to make you happy is not going to keep doing things that are out of alignment with your desires. I believe you're supposed to have what you want. I really do. So if y'all can't agree on who's supposed to pay bills and moving to this home or buying or having kids or getting married or being official or not being official, or just be done with it. It's not going to improve. As Miss Sharon said here, it is going to get worse. It's not going to improve. They said what they said. They did what they did. And that's another thing. When they get to saying stuff and them actions ain't lining up, excuse me, I have all kind of digestive things going on with this pregnant body. Them actions ain't lining up with them words. I'm never going to do this again. And then they doing it again. I'm sorry, but they're doing it again. When people show you who they are, believe them. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So that's where we at right now. That's what we doing. In 2023, we not going to be looking bamboozled, confused. Because like I said, this can trickle down to friendships. I can't believe Ashley slept with my boyfriend again. Well, she's done that to you before, has she not? Okay, so that's who she is. That's who that person is. Friends, jobs. I've even seen this on a professional level. Like, the company started off doing ashy shit, and I was like, oh, I need a paycheck, and I stayed there, and the ashy behavior continued. So yeah, take this, whatever realm this fits for you, romantic, platonic, professional, wherever this fits for you, you know, let it be, let it hit where it need to hit. But when the puzzle pieces ain't hitting or not being, if the puzzle pieces aren't fitting, it's not the right puzzle. Stop trying to make the puzzle pieces fit. Be done. The first time that someone oversteps your boundaries or doesn't meet your standards, just be fucking done with it. They're not gonna change. I know he fine. I know she fine. Just be done with it. If they wanted to, they would. So that's my message. It will save you a lot of energy, and it will save you a lot of time. And the amount of each of those that I have expended, I'm gonna say this. As I begin to call that stuff back, folks getting sick, folks, there are repercussions when people start trying to call their energy back, and folks been playing with them. I'm gonna leave it like that. So, I mean, that's it. That's all I really have to say. I do have a 14-day heart chakra healing on my website for those who want to work on healing yourself and doing a self-dedication to yourself. You can find that at glamalchemy.com. I love potions will be going on sale, so you can attract somebody better, because why not boss up and get you a new boo? Why not? This is the perfect time. Venus is in Pisces. Venus is exalted in Pisces. This is the perfect time to attract new romance. I do have a baby registry. People have been asking me about that. I do have a baby registry. It's just so much going on because I have so many kids now. It's just a lot. I'm trying to juggle it all. But you always feel free to inbox me This will be going on YouTube. For those who are watching, who will be watching this on YouTube, you can always go to my contact us on my page at glamalchemy.com and send me an email. Thank you. I wanted a matte red. I just felt like it was giving Lux. I felt like it was just giving, I felt like it was giving Diana Ross. And that's the vibe I wanted to go for. Even though I'm about to give birth. Because, I mean, why not, right? Venus is in Pisces. Why not just do it all the way up? So I think those are mainly my announcements for now. My Hoodoo herbal book, for those of you who want to learn how to cast, but you don't know what herbs to use, that's on glamalchemy.com. I do still have my apprenticeship if you want to literally learn about Hoodoo and ancestral African American magic. However, you got to get in with me now so we can schedule you a date to start, because I will be taking time off of my pregnancy. Why is my child? What are you doing? You just lit, huh?
Don't tell them.
He said, don't tell them. You just too lit, bro. He was moving my camera. But anyway,
No.
I love y'all. And I know there are a few of you who are probably like, where's my package at? It's coming. Blame it on the baby. No, I'm just playing. No, blame it on the baby. I've been super busy. I've been super busy. So I'm sending out, there's like 3 packages that I know I need to send out. I'm working on that. And it's get warm. Thank you, God. I've been so cold and I'm so over it. Oh, I just got a text message from my astrologer. Okay, so yeah, that's all I wanted to say. That was my message for today. Mars energy message. Just be done with it. Don't give people second chances. Love yourself first. Well, you know what? In closing, I'll say this in closing. Oh, I love you, Sharon. In closing, my message will be, think about if it was your kid, or for those of you who are pet parents, you think about if it was your pet or it was your sister. Would you tell the person to give an individual or an opportunity a second chance if it had grossly disrespected them already? If it had already wasted, it had Jim Jones their ass and wasted all their fertile years? Would you tell your sister? Would you tell your child, just stick it out? You wouldn't. You wouldn't. But the mindset that we want to get in is we don't want to be in a mindset where we have to think of it like somebody else. You should be able to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, I love myself enough that I'm not going to put up with that anymore. You know what I mean? It shouldn't have to be an example for you to be like, oh, well, yeah, I wouldn't want my mom to go through that, so maybe I should stand up for myself. You should feel that way about yourself. So that's my pre-Valentine's Day heart chakra message, everybody. And yeah, y'all just send me good vibes as I grow physically and spiritually and count down to childbirth, because a sister is tired. Okay, all right, peace, love y'all, and have a good rest of your day. Bye.